Veracious has held on to win. Mystery Power had the power and won the superlative. The Japanese mares beginning to get up, and Deirdre from Japan wins the Nassau.
Kick on, an accidental age at the bottom of the heads. What a finish.
The class act threat drawing on, takes the gimcrack.
Ben Battle, who's won big races all around the world, wins snugly the Shadwell Joel Stakes.
I always want more and more and more big race winners, but apart from Deirdre's being a little bit unlucky in the Kipco Irish Champion Stakes, I don't think I've left any Group 1s behind me this year, and hopefully my riding is improving all the time. Numerically and on percentages, I've improved from last year, and I'd like to keep that upward curve going. Whether I can quite match the number of winners annually again next year will be another question, because I'm well into the 200s, but you know, I want to keep the progress.
How much have you thrived on the momentum? Because it is momentum. To ride over 800 horses this flat season in the UK, obviously it takes a huge team effort, but for you personally, physically, mentally, it requires an awful lot, doesn't it?
A huge team effort from my agent, driver, foreman, my parents. You know, the people that have to put up with the bad days as well as the good. It's very easy go racing every day when they're all winning, but I went through periods, particularly in June, where things weren't happening, and I just had to keep grinding away, and fortunately, you know, everything turned around again.
Do you ever doubt yourself at that period?
Yeah, every jockey has self-doubt. Go through a period where you think you can win on anything, and you do win on things that possibly shouldn't win, and then you get beat on horses that certainly should have won. It's unfortunately, it's just part of being a jockey.
You said if you ride a good novice winner or a good horse at home, it can just give you that lift for a week to dream of what might be.
You know, if you ride a horse that you think could be a potential star, even if you have a drought of no winners for a couple of days, you're kind of living off the buzz of that horse.
Just with the team element, you mentioned the agent, the driver, the form aspect as well, because when you're riding, you can ride 10, 12 rides a day, can't you? 6 in the afternoon and as many in the evening. There's an awful lot to know and take in about each and every horse, each and every race, isn't there?
The greatest number of rides I had in a fortnight in Britain this year was about 98. So I get an email through, just a short little synopsis on each race, and then obviously I'll have my own ideas, but it's certainly a big help.
Veracious near side of One Master. One Master is inching closer all the way here. Veracious trying to repel the challenge. They go head and head. Veracious near side. Veracious. Veracious has held on to win.
Which rides, if any, really stand out this year? Which has given you the most satisfaction?
Veracious for Cheveley Park and Sir Michael Stout, because things didn't really go right at Ascot. She was too keen with me, and I wanted to get cover, and I didn't get any cover. So the fact they let me retain the ride, and we were able to make amends was huge. And I've been very lucky for Cheveley Park, you know, with Tret, and actually Richard Hannon, I think, has given me 3 or 4 Group 2 winners this year. So he's another trainer who's been very good to me. So.
Have you enjoyed the year as a whole, though, when you actually take stock? Because when you're in the very middle of it, I imagine it's very hard to look beyond the next day. I know I spoke to you about looking forward to a week if you've got a good horse, but because it's all consuming, have you managed to take stock and enjoy it?
You know, because people say, oh, you're champion jockey, congratulations. Thank you very much. You know, it's all I ever wanted to do and achieve. But I remember when I was champion apprentice, it was the same. You don't enjoy it, because I'll be champion jockey on the 19th of October. On the 20th of October, the season's over. Trying to be champion jockey again sometime is the next thing. So, and I mean that, you know, like if I actually believe that I have done something great or whatever. Ryan Moore was champion jockey at 23 or 24 as well. So, you know, you have to keep pushing for more.
How much of a thrill, and the thrill of competition, the thrill of the chase as well, did it give you when midsummer, June through into late July in particular, when Danny Tudhope up north and down south at Royal Ascot was firing in proper winners and firing in plenty of figures?
He's an incredible jockey. He rides very, very well, and his weight management is unbelievable. So I've got massive admiration for him.
And when it comes to October the 19th, not only is it a big day for racing, but it's a big day obviously for Qatar racing, isn't it? It won't be lost on you, it wouldn't be lost on anyone. Do you think everyone around will be able to sort of enjoy the day that much more?
I hope so. I think people really appreciate the effort Kipco, basically Sheikh Fahd and his brothers have done and kind of tried to improve British racing and move it up a standard. Remember, they're official partners of Royal Ascot. They sponsor all of the Champion Series, and without them, prize money would certainly be lacking. But also, we possibly wouldn't get the international runners coming here. Why would they come here? They'd just stay at home. So people really need to appreciate that. I feel it's almost like Sheikh Fahd's championship. He wanted this just as much as I did. He has allowed me and enabled me not to ride all our horses if they didn't look like they had a winning chance, and that's been a huge help. And Andrew Bowling's been key in that sense as well. No, it'll be great, but it's very important not to lose focus. I've got the Tin Man in the sprint, Ben Battle in the QE2, Deirdre in the Champion Stakes, hopefully Max Dynamite in the long distance race, and I don't know what I'll have in the handicap, maybe Sparkle Roll or Annapurna. Hopefully John Gosling will find something for me in the Fillies race. And look, it's a brilliant day. As a single day's racing, it's the best in Britain, and you have the Arc Day in France, and you've got the Champions Weekend in Ireland. I think it's great we've involved these brilliant horses, on key days.
Knowing the travails that it is this something you will hope to go and push every year now? Because the age is on your side as well. You've obviously got the hunger and the determination. Is this something that you see yourself challenging for each and every year?
Yeah, I might have to be more strategic. I have gone flat out for about 2 years. I feel like I'm riding, okay at the moment. Every jockey looks at their results day to day, and your confidence and mood is going to be affected by that, whether you admit that or not. I think that's very important to remember. So, as long as I don't burn myself out too much in the spring again, because obviously I've got Breeders' Cup, Japan, and then I'm going to have Dubai. But if I could just, manage maybe the February, March, April a bit better, then hopefully I can try again next year.